Hi, this is Matthew, and with Meredith again to review the movie Elf that got released on October 9th of 2003, 20 years ago, a little more than 20 years ago now. Got a great cast. We open with Papa, who narrates the movie, who is Bob Newhart, talking about different parts of the North Pole and things like that. And eventually we go to Santa has there's a new baby born to a couple, and he sees a bag come down the chimney, and Santa comes down the chimney, and he gets very interested and gets out of his crib, crawls to somewhere. Then we cut to the North Pole. Santa's back and doing Christmassy, post-Christmas stuff. And lo and behold, the bag is moving. There's a baby inside.
There's a baby inside.
And they read his diaper, and it says Buddy's diapers. Oh, his name is Buddy. So he gets called Buddy. And he grows up there, has no idea he's a human being, and he thinks he's an elf.
If he hasn't figured out he's a human by now, I don't think he ever will.
And lives and works with the elves, even though he's like an adult and can't fit into anything at the North Pole at all. Can't fit into chairs or the bath or
anything.
It's has to bend through doors. Can't use the bathroom very well.
Right.
He's not fitting in. Unfortunately, he's He's messing up and just not working.
Right.
His dad, Papa, tells him about his basically
like his past.
Yeah, I guess the mother had died or whatever. I don't know why his father Walter wasn't around. I forget what that reasoning was. She died, and so he got sent to an orphanage. I think, they briefly show at the beginning. I think she's a British nun. It's some kind of Catholic orphanage. So he gets put there, but then he, of course, gets into the bag with Santa. So full circle
basically,
there.
he was kind of raised in the North Pole.
So they decide, oh, well, I want to meet my dad. Okay, well, he's in a place called New York, and they're trying to tell him about New York, and not terribly helpful instructions. He basically says goodbye to some creatures outside who appear a few times in this part.
Bye, guys.
Bye, buddy. Take care.
And then walks a long, long time. I don't know sure how he gets in his an ice raft for a while, and he's walking and has an encounter with a raccoon, which doesn't apparently speak to him anymore because it's not in the North Pole. I guess they speak different languages. I don't know, but he
I don't know
can't talk to the raccoon. The raccoon's mad. He can't even hug the raccoon. He hates that. So and then
he sprays him.
Yes, and then so he walks more. Eventually, he somehow gets to New York. Has lots of awkwardness going on with figuring out stuff. My favorite is the revolving door, running around through the revolving door.
Yes.
I've had trouble with those in the past, so I understand. I would do the same thing. Mitch does that. And she finds his dad, tries to meet his dad. His dad wants nothing to do with him. Wanders around.
Like his dad wants nothing to do with him?
Yeah, basically. Like, who's this crazy guy? He thinks he's
like, who is this crazy guy?
What's going on here? I don't want to talk to this weird guy. Get out of here.
And guess what? I love you. I love you. I love you.
Veggie security gets him out, and he walks around. Ends up at an apartment store and
meets the girl.
Meets the girl named Jovi.
And she's like, please don't talk to me.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Why are you acting
like what are you doing?
She's an elf costume, and she thinks she's an elf. She's not an elf. He doesn't know that. So
he doesn't understand that.
Lots of things there, and working with the store, and basically sort of somehow gets a job.
Yes.
Without applying for it or anything. He just somehow works his way in there to hopefully working there. So he does that, and Santa's coming, and he doesn't know it's not really Santa. He doesn't understand that bit yet. So there's stuff with that, and
the funniest part is when he goes, Santa? I know him.
Yes. It's like, what are you doing?
Santa here? I know him.
So everybody leaves. Somehow he sneaks back in and decorates all night, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
As we cut to the morning, he's got all his stuff up.
What's the girl's name again?
And then he hears singing at some point. Oh, what's
In
going
the shower.
on here? In the showers. They have showers in their bathrooms, which is kind of cool. So he wanders
It's
into
baby,
the
it's
women-
cold outside.
Yeah, wanders into the women's, which, he doesn't know about. You shouldn't be doing that.
No.
Hears the singing, walks into the women's bathroom, sits on the sink, and he begins to put in the male part of
Baby, it's cold outside.
And so they get to the finish, and he's singing loudly with her, and she stops, and he finishes, and she comes out of the shower and freaks out because why is this guy sitting? Why is he here? He shouldn't be
Like,
here.
there's a guy in the girl's bathroom.
What's happening? Why is this weird, crazy guy here again? Lots of things happen there. Reggie does get back with his dad, and they have a DNA test. Yes, it's his son. Psychiatrist guy he does to go see says, yeah, you should just have him live with you for a while. Maybe he'll get out his elf thing if he thinks he's got a dad going on. Maybe he'll stop doing this elf stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he does. He meets Michael, the son, and his new wife Emily. I guess he married after his wife Susan had died.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of things happened there with he eats weird stuff, like puts syrup on spaghetti, which I don't know if that would be any good or not, but
That would make me sick.
things like that are happening. Also, his father Walter has a book he's trying to write, and they can't write all the stories, so they just put it out as is. Of course, it's not working because it doesn't end right, and all the kids know that. It's a kid's book.
Mm-hmm.
So the sales are terrible. And so they eventually work up, we'll get this other author in we'll get him in. That day, Walter takes Buddy to work with him. He makes him wear a suit and stuff. And he doesn't want him around, so he has him go down to the mail room, and that gets kind of weird because somebody has alcohol. He thinks it's syrup.
Exactly.
He drinks all of it, and they're very drunk, talking to each other. Back to the meeting with the author. Oh, all of a sudden, oh my gosh, something's going on in the mailroom. He's on the table dancing, and
Oh my
the mail
gosh.
staff are just like, this is great. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're drunk as well. I don't know. But that's going on, and he makes him come upstairs, and Buddy sees this author, thinks he's an elf,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a short person. He does not like him talking about this.
No.
Don't call me. You call me that one more time, I'm going to come after you. He does, of course. He tries to tackle him, and he punches him and stuff. And they basically are trying to stop this. And I think Shakira comes in. The author gets mad and leaves, and so he's gone. He's kind of a diva, this author. Wants things a certain way, like his car. He wanted a certain kind of car, and it had to be 71 degrees when he got in. He's what I would call a diva.
Mm-hmm.
Very particular about what he wants. What's going on, and eventually Buddy's like, oh, this is just worthless. I don't fit in here either. I'm just going to leave, and I didn't know you could write on Etch-a-Sketches, but he writes notes.
Yeah,
on
I didn't know
Etch-a-Sketches.
you could write on an Etch-a-Sketch.
I was not aware that you could write on them. I don't know how you do that. Apparently there must be some elf trick about writing on Etch-a-Sketches, because I didn't think you could do that, but he does. Many times in the movie.
I even saw a bunch of toys in the movie. There was like a bunch of Elmo toys and...
Yeah, there's some light brights when he makes the Christmas stuff for Santa. There's a welcome sign. It's in light brights, which I love. I love light brights.
I never played with those.
Oh, they're wonderful. Yeah, I had one as a kid.
Now, Etch-a-Sketch, yes. I didn't know you could
Yeah, we
write
had
on
an
them.
Etch-a-Sketch. I didn't know you could draw on them.
I saw where there was a Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, nice. Basically, he draws his Etch-a-Sketch note and leaves it and starts to wander around New York, which is not good to me.
No, it's not.
Michael finds it. Oh my gosh, gets to his dad's work. Buddy's gone. Blah 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 blah. His boss, Walter has a boss over him, and I got to get this stuff done, and the author leaves his notebook there, which oops, yeah. So they've got all his stuff. So they're going to try to write a book. He's got his first pitch is all right there, and they've got everything in front of them, so they can just, whatever he's got, they can work with. But he's, Michael's like, oh, gotta find Buddy. And
it's like, you gotta find Buddy.
his dad wavers, and eventually he just basically tells him to shove it. He leaves. I'm not gonna do this now. My son needs me. I'm gonna actually do something about it. I'm not gonna not be with my son.
Right.
So he goes off, and Buddy is wandering around. Oh, of course, there was a date in there between him and Jovi earlier, but I forgot to mention. But some fun things there that she starts to think he's all right. Back to where it was. He's walking around Central Park, sees Santa and reindeer flying around. But there's a problem with the sleigh. It crash lands, so I will explain what happens there. Apparently, years ago, Christmas was, the sleigh is powered on Christmas spirit, apparently.
That's right.
There's a meter in there that registers that, and it got so low years ago that by the 60s, Papa makes like a jet engine on the back of the sleigh so it can fly, because otherwise it won't work. But obviously the reindeer can pull it. But it doesn't work, and this is what's happened here, is there's this down of spirit, and the engine basically breaks off. It fails, it blows up basically. It's pretty old by that time. 60s to 2003, so it's been around a while. I guess you can't, there's only so much maintenance you can do on an engine before it just dies, blows up. That's what happens. He crashes in Central Park. Buddy, of course, goes and finds him. Oh, and go find the engine. It's flown off back there, and trying to find it. But there's these horses running around. It's the Central Park Rangers. Apparently, they are very gung ho. They don't see a lot of activity in the park. They are not very active. And there was some kind of fiasco with the Central Park concert of Simon Garfunkel in '85. I don't exactly know what happened there, but something happened. I don't know if it's crowd control or what, but they are basically kind of like, we don't want to. They're shunned. We don't want to talk to you guys. We don't use you guys much.
Right.
Don't do anything. They look zealous, and somewhere in there, Michael finds a Buddy, and Walter finds him, and they are trying to help. They're trying to, but then, Buddy gets an idea. There's a reporter running around. She's seen all this. There's a New York reporter, and she's interviewing people. What's going on? Trying to figure out
what's going on, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's a lot of that going on, and Buddy says, "Oh, here's Santa's got his list with him. Of course, it's in like a notebook thing. Here we go. Go give this to the reporter. Go show her that he's real. Everybody's list is in here. You can just look up a name and see what they want." And does some of that, and they get kind of weirded out by it. She shuts the camera off. Of course, they find out what she wants for Christmas.
Yes.
Boyfriend to be more committed, and I think some kind of engagement ring, basically. Long story short, they decide. And then eventually Jovi has watched it, and so has, what's her name? Oh boy, I lost Emily.
Emily.
Yeah, she sees it on TV too, and she goes out, and so does Jovi, and he puts her food down, and also goes out to Central Park. See, okay, Buddy's out there. We gotta help out Buddy and Michael. That's going on. And Jovi eventually gets the idea because Buddy always says that best Christmas cheer is just sing loud.
The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
And so they start to do some of that, and the meter goes up a little bit more because other people join in at some various points, but not Walter. Michael makes Walter sing, and it's up into the 100 range, which I guess is the maximum of cheer, I guess, ratings. So they're able to avoid the horses, which are going after them as well, and get things happening. So you can use the sleigh to deliver presents on Christmas Eve. So that all works. But occasionally goes back to the North Pole, but actually ends up with Jovi, it looks like. They have a baby named Susan. from his mother, and he is now a children's author. He wrote about his experiences, quote unquote fictional accounts. I don't know if he writes other books, but that's basically what happens there, and that all ends okay. Very great movie, wonderful cast. Will Ferrell is just absolutely hilarious.
Yes.
Wonderful cast. I love it. I probably would give it a 10. What would you give it?
I give it a 10 too.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, I just found it several years ago. I'm late to the party, and Meredith just watched it last night.
I just watched it last
That's what we're
night.
recording this, so she has now seen it. Yeah,
I have now seen it, and everybody I've talked to likes it.
Pastor at church just kept going on about it for years, and I kept seeing
Really?
clips of it, and people kept talking like, "What is this movie? Why is everybody?" And I finally just bought it on DVD, and I'm just like, "Oh, this is great." Then it went up on iTunes, described that's how I watched it.
Really?
And I laughed even more. Like, oh, I missed a ton of stuff. But yeah, I probably understand what everybody's talking about for years.
I will say, and I do agree with you. Will Ferrell, he's just absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, he plays
in that
awkward elves, childlike elves so well. There's just so many things that go on that he just doesn't understand how our society works because it's not the North Pole. He's not an elf. They're not elves. And,
all I can say is son of a nutcracker.
Yes. Let's see. There's a really good cast in this.
Ed Asner? Is it Ed Asner?
Yeah, he's
Asner?
Santa.
Yeah.
Well, let me find the crew real quick. Yeah, James Caan is Walter.
Bob Newhart's the narrator.
He's just Papa in the movie, but they call him Papa Elf.
Papa Elf.
Yeah, there's Santa.
Didn't he pass away recently?
Sadly, yes. Mary Steenburgen is Emily.
Who's she?
Oh, I've heard of her. She's been in some other things. Of course, Zooey Deschanel as Jovi. She's been in lots of stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Does a lot of weird, awkward comic roles like that, kind of like. That's what I've seen her doing.
Did you say Zooey Deschanel?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did the music for the Winnie the Pooh movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Daniel Tay is Michael.
Okay.
A little child actor. Peter Dinklage is Miles Finch, who I think I've heard of. I've never heard of the Gimbel's manager. The store's called Gimbel's Department Store.
Yeah.
The secretary is Amy Sedaris or something? Debbie?
Amy Sedaris?
Yeah, sorry, Sedaris, yes.
Yeah, she was one of the princesses in Shrek 3.
Oh.
Yeah, she played Cinderella.
Okay.
And she was great in that, I thought.
The Santa, or the snowman that is in there is called Leon the Snowman, who is musician and singer Leon Redbone. He did a lot of blues and jazz stuff.
And he was really good.
I heard him was in a commercial when I was in kindergarten, I think.
He did a version of Frosty the Snowman with Dr. John.
Nice. I need to catch that.
And it was really cool.
He didn't do much, but I guess they got him to do the credit sequence with Zooey Deschanel for Baby's Cold Outside. They do that one. He died a couple years in 2019, so.
Like, that's so sad.
Yeah, I was like, wait, is that him? I looked it up and it sure the heck was.
Like,
it shows it right here.
Who is this? So, long story short,
yeah.
If you're a fan of Christmas movies like us, we recommend Elf, for sure.
And if you're late to the party like we were, don't be.
Right.
Because you're missing out on a funny movie. Yeah, I even made my mom and brother watch it a few years ago when it was on FX, and they liked it.
I watched it. It was either on like USA or TBS. I can't remember which one, but I got to watch it at my dad's house for the first time, and everybody, we all just laughed and laughed. It was so funny.
Yeah, I got my mom to DVR it, and we watched it. I think it took us. Did we watch it in one sitting? I think we did. Maybe two. I think it was one. But they liked it too because it was like, it's my pastor at church. It's his favorite Christmas movie.
Really?
Yeah, he just loves it. I'm like, why is everyone talking about this movie? Oh, yeah, great.
So we definitely recommend Elf. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
Or watch it again.
Or watch it again.
Yeah, I need to.
Or watch it like 250 times.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's on TV in this country at least. It's on several channels. And
It's on Max if you want to stream it.
yeah, you can stream it there. Prime Video has
I
it
looked,
right
and I
now.
don't think Paramount Plus has it.
Hulu has it right now. Prime Video has it right now. I don't know if it's a rental or what. Obviously, some of the channels, if you have their app, they might have it available briefly in the app.
Which one?
Like TBS and things might have it in their app as well.
Oh, I see.
Not usually for like a week or so sometimes, but you'll have ads to watch. But some of them do offer them the apps too. But yeah, definitely catch it. You can buy it digitally, even on physical media still.
Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will have it somewhere. But yeah, definitely give it a watch because it's funny.
It is very funny. So
yeah, give it a watch.
So until we do this again.
Yes.
Well,
I guess early. So this recording, Merry Christmas, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, are you going to sing a song or something, or can I just go back to work?
A song? Yeah. Anything for you, Dad. I'm here with my dad, and we never met, and he wants me to sing him a song. And, I was adopted, but you didn't know I was born. So I'm here now. I found you, Daddy. And guess what? I love you, I love you, I love you!
Subscribe now.